Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good golly, Miss Molly. Welcome to That 70s Rock Fan. Just a little channel members only video today. Once again, I thank you all for being channel members. You're small in number, but beautifully put together. Every little helps keeping the show and the channel and myself going. And as I get older, I need a lot more to keep me going. So you being members is very much appreciated. I'm looking at doing a member stream or two soon, and perhaps some giveaways of bits and pieces. Obviously, those at the high stickers level get a CD, custom CD, and some other stuff. But I want to start doing more for members, including giving stuff away, getting merch and other things available. So painstakingly working towards that. But thank you for being members. Appreciate it very much. So probably later in the week I'll do a live thrift store finds video like I tend to do. But I thought I'd just do a little one today for members only, because I found a really interesting find in the local thrift store today that I do most of that stuff in. As you know, I'm a big fan of The Who. It's just a small number of the posters. I've got a load more that I can't fit up. Lifelong Who fan, enormous Who fan. Don't have that many books by The Who, though. It's mainly music and DVDs, Blu-rays, and so on. I've got biographies of Keith and Pete and others, and got a couple of Who books, but it's mainly, and I haven't got that many compared to the number of books I've got for, say, for instance, the Beatles or just rock in general. So 10 years ago, it's hard to believe that whose 50th anniversary was 10 years ago. Like, just really? Is it now the 60th? That's incredible. But anyway, this book I spotted in the thrift store, this book, The Who, 50 Years, The Official History, with Pete Townshend and Roger Daltrey. I've checked, and Pete Townshend and Roger Daltrey themselves are not in this book. So that's just a false statement to say with Pete Townshend and Roger Daltrey. They might turn up at the door later. I don't know. But anyway, this was in there for $9.99, which isn't bad, because this is actually, believe it or not, fairly hard to get now. You can get copies, a lot of used copies, a couple of new ones kicking around, but you're talking $50, $60, and it's relatively rare after 10 years. And it was still shrink wrapped. So, because I said to my wife, I'm going to take it out of the shrink wrap and read it. And she said, what would you do that for? It's shrink wrapped, keep it collectible. I said, I don't care, I want to read it. It's not that collectible. It's not like it's worth $5,000. So anyway, this was issued 10 years ago, 320-page hardcover book to celebrate The Who's 50th anniversary. And according to the blurb, illustrated with rare photographs and memorabilia, with many never before published from the band's own archive and from other sources, including collectors and fans, and Pete and Roger personally writing captions to all the photos, blending memoir, history, and music. Released 27th October 2015, so it's almost a 10-year-old book now. There we go. I've now opened it. It's now ruined its pristine status. So, go that way. There we go. Now the back, it's published by Harper Design and Harper Publishers. So, that's the back. So, this was just sitting in there, all in its lonesome. Well, it was amongst other books, but I did get a couple of other things, but I'll wait for the next thrift store finds live stream. So, just opening up at random, you can see the kind of stuff that's in here. So this is from the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus, which we talked about on the Beggar's Banquet stream that we did. And the Who were like, just blew everybody off the stage that day, particularly the Stones. So that's the kind of material you'll get Pete has written some captions for that one. It was a good day, Pete. This was a good day for me. I loved the Stones. I had the hots for Marianne Faithfull. I loved Eric Clapton and Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, I've seen a few times in concert, and he really is good. And even adored the mad Yoko Ono. I got a bit drunk with the sheer thrill of it all, but the Who's performance in that was magnificent. You've also got stuff like this, Who Woodstock. So and so on. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I'll try and keep it fairly pristine, as I don't want to get my grubby hands too much on the pages. And it goes right up to, there's a list at the end of albums and so on, comprehensive list of albums. Tribute to Keith and John at the end. So we were 4 and now we are 2. And some photographs from more recent times. I'll do like this comparison of Roger from the sort of Isle of Wight era to contemporary for when this book was written. And Pete. Apparently, so my wife came to me the other day and said, you do know that Zach Starkey has left The Who. He's been with them for 30 years or more. He's been sacked or he's left The Who, and they're all falling out. And apparently, it had looked like he was going to leave. But he's back in the fold now. He issued a thing saying, no, he's part of the family. We did have a disagreement about volume and other stuff, and some mistakes were made at a gig, and it all got blown out of proportion. But as far as Pete's concerned, Zach is still part of the family. So it's good to hear, because I've seen The Who with Zach Starkey a few times, and it's pretty damn good. This is one more picture. I believe this was them performing Tommy at some opera house somewhere. It doesn't say where, but I'm going to look it up later. So I don't think I'd ever seen that particular photograph before. So looking forward to reading through that. Written by Ben Marshall. There it was. So, well, thank you again for being members. I will have a working on a member stream. There might only be a very small number of people there, but hey, you mean a lot to me. So, I'm not going to worry about that. And hopefully some of you can join me to chat. But I will do a thrift store video for everybody later in the week, or live stream with some couple of interesting things that I found in the last couple of days. So till next time, keep on rocking. Thanks again, and I will see you guys soon. Stay well.